Welcome back. So in the previous videos, we had created some fake blog post content for our website using a plugin called FakerPress. Now let's look at these blog posts that we created using FakerPress. So I'm here on the WordPress dashboard. I've clicked on all posts and I'm here on all post page. Now for each of these posts, let's right click and open them in a new tab. Right click on view and open them in a new tab. Now let's see how these blog posts look like. Now this one has a heading and an image. This one has a heading, some dark text, then some more text under it, then another heading, then an image. This one only has some headings and text. This one has a heading, then an image, then some text under it. So as you can see, all of these blog posts look different from each other. Now, there is a better way of doing this. I'll show you my website where I'll show you 3 of my blog posts. Now, these 3 are the blog posts on my website. Now you can see that all of them follow a similar structure. There is a heading on top, then there is some information about the writer and the date on which it was created. Then there is a small introduction, then an image, followed by a table of content, the video, and then the blog starts from here. Similarly, on the next blog, you will see the same structure. There is a heading, there is information, a small introduction, the image, the video, slides, table of content on this side. Then the blog starts. And in the third one also, you will see a similar structure. So all my blogs follow a similar structure. Now what this does is that it gives a familiarity to all of your content and they look part of your website. Instead of having each content looking different, like in this case, where there is no structure in any of this content, it looks very unprofessional. So if you want to build a professional website and look like a proper business, your content has to have a structure so that your customers, your visitors will know that, okay, this site belongs to this particular brand and everything looks on brand. So in this video, let's figure out how to do this using the Elementor theme builder single post templates. So for that, we will go to templates, theme builder, and here we will start building the single post templates. So are you ready? Let's go. All right, welcome back. So here we are on the dashboard of WordPress and we have gone inside templates, theme builder. Now here you will have to go to single post. The single post template is the template that you will assign to a post. A post can be a blog, a product, but for ease of understanding, just understand that a post is a blog. Now, every time we create a blog on our website, we want it to look similar to all the other blogs on our website. There has to be a structure that the blog has to follow. So for that structure, we will create a template using the single post template. Now, since we are inside single post, let's click on add new template and it will automatically select single post over here. Let's call it single blog and create template. Now, as always, Elementor will give you options to select from one of its existing templates. You can use one of them, or like we always do, we will try to create one of our own. So let's close this. And here we are on a blank Elementor canvas. Now we can start designing our blog post template. So the first thing we need to do is we need to add a container. So let's click here and add a container. Now Let's give some spacing to the container. So select the container, go to advanced, and let's add some padding to the top and bottom. So let's delink it, otherwise the padding will be applied all over on all sides. Let's make it 100 pixels on the top and 100 pixels, oh sorry, I've added it to the left, 100 pixels on the bottom. Okay, so now inside this container, let's start putting various elements. So since we are building a post template, Elementor will automatically start showing you post related elements on the left hand side. So the first thing we want to add is a post title. So the post title should show on top. Then under it, there should be a small excerpt. Let's add that. Now, since we selected a horizontal direction container, everything is added one after another and moving towards right. So the first thing we should do is let's wrap text and then make the heading full width. So now since we have made the heading full width, the excerpt will move to the next line like this. Now after excerpt, I want to put the featured image of the blog. So let's do that. Let's bring it down. After the excerpt, there is this image, and let's see what all options we have. Then we can have the table of content under it, or we can even have post information like this before the image. So we have the title, the excerpt, and the post information. Excerpt also we should make full width. So click on advanced, make it full width 100%. So now this entire line would be taken by excerpt. Let's make post info also full width. This entire line is now taken by the post information. Then there is an image. After that, we can add the table of content. Right? So like this, we have given a structure to our blog post. Now all our blog posts will follow the same structure. Now after adding the table of content, we can add the post content. Now post content is basically all the content of that particular post. Now let's add some spacing over here. Let's add a bottom spacing of 30 pixel below the heading. The excerpt can have a bottom spacing of something like a 20 pixel. Let's also add a bottom spacing of 10 pixel over here. The image can have a bottom spacing of 20 pixel. Let's give some spacing to the table of content also, 20 pixel. And the post content can have a spacing on top and bottom of say 50 pixel. All right. So like this, we have created a basic structure for our posts. We can also define, okay, what should be the size and color of the heading. So let's go to style, and maybe the main heading can be of 60 pixels. We can add color also. Let's make it the primary color or a darker color like secondary color. Let's make it the primary color. Right. Now here the excerpt was not added by FakerPress, so we don't see anything, but we can still, let's style it a little. Let's make the excerpt maybe a 32 pixel, and it can have a text color of secondary. The author information, let's look at what we want to keep. We can have the author name and the date. Maybe no need for the time. If there are any comments, they would be visible here. We don't require that also. Let's remove that also. Right. Now let's style this. Alignment to the left is fine. Icon color can be changed. We can make them accent color. The text color can be changed. So we can make it the text color like this, and we can change the size of the text from here. Let's make it 16 pixel. Okay. Now let's come to the image. This is the featured image. So this image was automatically picked from whatever FakerPress had added to the fake content. So we can style this also. Let's make it center aligned. We can reduce the width to say 60% like this. And it's already center aligned, so it's in the middle of the page. We can add a border radius of 25 pixel. We can add some shadow like this. So this looks fine for now. Right? Moving on, the table of content. We can have the table of content also aligned to the middle of the page. So how I did that, in the container earlier, everything was justified to the left like this. Now I selected the container and justified the content to the middle. So now the content is aligned in the middle. Now we can edit this table of content also. We can add some kind of a background color to it. I'm just playing with it, just some random thing. Right? And this is not, because we have not created any design for it. I'm just showing you that you can do a lot of changes here. So I've added a slight bit of shading to it. It can have a border, the text color. Right now, no headings are selected. We can remove border also by selecting 0 over here. But we at least need 1 pixel. That looks fine. The border radius can be added here. Let's make it 10 pixel. So like this, you can remove the separator. You can have padding. Inside padding can be added or removed from here like this. You can even add shadow to it like this. But I don't want to add shadow. Then the header can be configured from here. You can select the text color. You can even select the icon color. Then the list. So like this, you can actually style this page as per your requirement, and Elementor will now make sure that all your blog posts have this similar structure. Right? So we have created this structure. Now let's publish this. Click on add a condition. Here we can say that we want this for only posts, all posts, and save and close. So now this structure would be automatically applied to all our posts. Now let's go back to the posts that we have and see their present structure. So these are the existing posts that we have. Let's look at all of them one by one. Now let's refresh. You see, this top part has been automatically picked up by Elementor, and now all our posts will have a similar structure. So now, since this particular blog did not have any featured image, so it is not showing the featured image after the author detail. It is directly showing the table of content, and the table of content is automatically picking up all the headings in this blog. You can see this, right? So we have the main heading, the excerpt, author details. Similarly, let's refresh this blog. Here you go. So since there was no featured image added, it is directly picking up whatever was added, and then the rest of the blog content is added over here. Let's refresh this one. I don't think this one, oh, this one had a featured image. So it has picked up this like this. Let's refresh this one. This one didn't have a featured image. This one. So here you go. Now you see all of these blogs, they look like similar to each other, and the structure is more or less same. So now for every blog, you don't have to design this top part anymore. All you need to do is add this content and that comes under it, and Elementor will automatically pick up and show all the blogs in this particular look. So that's the purpose or advantage of using a template. So now we have created a single blog post template. This is a generic template. We have not designed it well. We have not done anything over here. I've just shown you how you can create a template and how easy it is to create and apply for your website. Obviously, it's not as complex as the one that I have on my website, because here I have a lot of other stuff that I'm putting inside the template. I also have added a background color. Now there is a table of content, there are these sharing options, there are these tools that have been discussed, related blogs, related tutorials. There is the slide that I offer to you in every video that you can download for free by clicking this button. So all of these things, my video, all of these things are automatically picked by Elementor and shown in this particular format. I don't have to do this every time for every blog, because this will take a lot of time to set up this manually every time. And not only this, at the end of every blog, there is this FAQ section that I've pre-configured. So Elementor will automatically pick up the content and put it here. I don't have to create this FAQ section every time. I just have to add content. This information about me, these related blogs, all of this has been added through a single post template, so that I don't have to do this. Elementor will automatically pick up the related blogs based on category and topics, or related tutorials or products, and show it here. So I don't have to do this manually every time. So this is like the advantage of using single post templates. So that was an overview of single post templates. So till now you have understood how to create the header template, the footer template, and the single post templates. In the upcoming videos, we'll look at more different type of templates that you should create for your website, and which will make your work much faster and make your website look professional. I will leave the link to all the screenshots, all the step-by-step guides in the description. You can access that and download it for free and go through it at your own pace and try to create a single post template for your website and practice it. I hope I was able to teach you something new and was able to deliver some value to you. Please do like and share this video, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day.